We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. On first down, Lance. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A big play there for the Niners.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake, Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This is caught. It's Brown. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 yards on each of the last 2 plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kene Nwangu with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw there taken in by Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. For those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Again, it's Lance. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Lance. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. The point after is good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. He'll find Nwangu underneath. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. And this is going to be 49er football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The give is Nwangu. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man?
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now at 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Eric Armstead has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. To throw is Murray. And the pressure gets to him again. Eric Armstead in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, these 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Throwing is Lance on third down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it. On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand inside their own 5-yard.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Kittle catching the slant.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And he'll find Hall. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
From the gun, it's Lance.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. J.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 28. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lance, that's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. It's caught. Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now Lance. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a third down.
Brandon, you know, this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for feeling out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. To throw again on second down. Murray buying time to his left. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Murray going to try to throw on third down. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Murray, sliding out of the pocket. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A final shot before half from Murray. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, as time expires in the first half. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, and he whips that one incomplete there.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Steps away to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Murray staying put for now. They'll go for it on fourth down.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
Flushed out right. He's going to look deep.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time.
Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Here's Jamie Gillandale as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return will stop right around the 25.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here's Lance to throw it.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. 28 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Murray's throw complete there to Moore.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Play action. Now it's Murray. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Handoff here to Nwangu. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Cardinals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Murray, flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sailed.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Murray. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Prater for the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those. And maximizing opportunities.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
The Lance now to throw. And they'll go back to Smith. This time it's complete.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fielded just inside the 20.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his second interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Lance now on first down.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Cards are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
First play's a run with Nwangu.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
On second down, here's Nwangu.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Cardinals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He'll buy some time right. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Murray. Screen pass to Connor. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive, keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And that play starts to lose its effectiveness.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Dancing to his left. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
And this is going to be intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Here's Nwangu. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
They'll run with Nwangu.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Now Prater to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much?
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals have just about sewn up this football game. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a give running right, Nwangu. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
He'll get this to Nwangu. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They